Hi everybody, my name is Nadia and the reading that I'll be covering today is called Capital, Ray Kroc and McDonald's by Joe Ketchelo, and the film that we will be corresponding with is titled Supersize Me by Morgan Spurlock. So I discovered the reading and film to be very interesting as I was unaware of a lot of the information that was presented in it. I'm sure that many of you do not know that in 2010, McDonald's made a net income of $1.5 billion. In my discussion, you'll find some interesting facts about how and why McDonald's became so popular and successful. The corporation of McDonald's has previously appeared to me as a fast food chain with cheap and tasty, yet unhealthy products. It may be argued that with proper exercise, McDonald's can be a healthy diet, but actually, you would have to walk for 7 hours straight to burn off a supersized Coke, fries, and Big Mac. However, there are many things that society is unaware of. I always saw McDonald's as an American company, only because it originated in the United States. Little did I know that McDonald's colonized Americans. To make itself part of the American culture, their goal was to culturally dominate America. Well, guess what? Mission successful. McDonald's marketing is mostly geared towards children. Through their marketing, they have the power to shape children's lives at a young age. The issues with their advertisements to children are that it brainwashes a child to believe that McDonald's is a hegemonic and superior part of American culture without these children even knowing about it. They are tested as consumers and trained at a very young age. McDonald's advertising not only exploits a child but prevents opposing views from what most parents would believe. McDonald's has created a social power where children have now become so attached that they beg their parents for McDonald's, even if their parents oppose to it, they end up winning. I find it very intriguing to believe that children in the United States spend almost $5 billion of their own income, which more than half is for soft drinks and fast food. By the time they reach the age of 2, 4 to 5 children are aware of what McDonald's is. When I was a child, I'm not gonna lie, I could barely speak a word of English. I was around the age of 4 and I would notice the golden arches and yell to my mom for French fries. Through the use of the media, not only does it identify itself as American, but McDonald's is identifying itself as America itself. McDonald's wins children over by producing this entertainment such as playhouses and the icon Ronald McDonald. It is stunning to see how children's play has gone from playgrounds in schools to play places in fast food restaurants. Contemporarily, children's culture is being created by adults for the purpose of influencing children to consume. Kroc has discussed that McDonald's has made the United States great, a great country. In reality, I believe that this is a negative aspect in the United States and around the globe for several reasons. For one, not only has it corrupted the minds of adults and their children worldwide, but has deteriorated cultures around the world. Although the world is based on capitalism, McDonald's has become a billion-dollar corporation while wiping out millions of other corporations. From the example of McDonald's, we have seen that from a neoliberal perspective, a free market will greatly widen the gap between the rich and the poor, as employees make minimum wage in North America and through globalization make even less in other countries because they are easily exploitable. Meanwhile, the elites, who are the owners, profit millions. I believe that McDonald's is a negative aspect in society because it is extremely unhealthy. Studies show that adults feel more comfortable with products they recognize from their childhood, a fact McDonald's probably uses as a marketing method. McDonald's advertisements show that through the media, McDonald's is commodifying American families through their advertising by showing other American families in their advertisements. McDonald's has successfully changed the American family's morals and values through these advertisements. McDonald's cultural colonization has put locally owned businesses who have been a part of American culture for years out of business and has now taken over the fast food industry. Not only has it taken over the US, but is now the golden arches to Western economic development. McDonald's exploits countries who are poor and economically unstable due to the fact that McDonald's will help their country grow and in turn, unfortunately, it will destroy their culture as it has already done to many countries. In the film Super Size Me, Morgan took a few children aside and showed them pictures, asking them to simply recognize the person in the photo. Barely any of them could recognize George Washington. However, everyone knew who Ronald McDonald was. This is a prime example of how McDonald's has colonized America. The film shows how McDonald's promotes supersized fries and soft drinks, as this is appealing at a very low cost. However, it is very detrimental to society's health. The McDonald's food ingredient contains high amounts of sodium, fat, cholesterol, carbohydrates, and sugars. These ingredients can lead to obesity, and obesity can lead to other detrimental health effects. There are just a few of the effects McDonald's can cause are cancer, organ issues, high blood pressure, hypertension, heart disease, diabetes, disabilities, and even death. In the US, 1 out of every 3 American adults and children are obese. This issue is linked back to the fast food industry. There are now approximately 400,000 deaths per year caused by illnesses related to being overweight, which means that obesity has dominated smoking for the leading preventable cause of death in the US. And those are rising rates, and now that's a scary thing to think about. After 30 days of Morgan being on the McDonald's diet, he experienced several health issues, those issues consisting of vomiting, being lethargic, having erectile difficulties, depression, and massive weight gains. McDonald's advertises itself to the middle-class American family, yet in contemporary society, consumers are actually usually people with a low income because the food is cheap. Its dollar menu consists of several varieties, from burgers to fries. McDonald's locations are rarely ever seen in wealthy neighborhoods, but are consistently appearing in low working class neighborhoods. It is no wonder why the low-income population experience higher rates of obesity and illnesses. Conclusively, McDonald's has done absolutely nothing positive for the world except brainwash adults and children, exploit people and countries, and provide very bad and unhealthy foods.